Freedom flavors, freedom flavors, freedom flavors. Today we're gonna be doing some photography with some couple of continuous lighting, exploring the RGB, every form of RGB all together. So I got a superhero at Papayas Studio, Martins. Yeah, he's a fantastic front end developer, and so right here I've got some couple of three continuous lights together, and they kind of like they're adjustable to any forms of colors within the RGB spectrum. Yeah. All right, so I did this this photography to see how the virtual card I designed would look like. And so I got some couple of did some couple of tests. And so on this test I was just testing what the light will look in his face. I'm in a white environment, so there's some couple of reflections all around, but I was able to close up the f stop a little bit to channel in what light exactly should enter into the camera. All right, so after doing some tests, some couple of tests and thereabout, I think I tried his front look, and I also tried his side look, and I kind of okay, what works better. And so more or less I was just pretty much checking out the light would wrap around his face and seeing the outcome and what all of it would look like. So we kind of we're gonna explore all of the virtual card designs, and there were base inspirations from the country flags. We have Philippines, US, India, China, Vietnam, right, and Brazil. Yeah, so all of these countries are when I did my research in May 2023, they're the forms of the highest crypto trading and countries right in 2023 May. So I kind of okay, I just gonna do some stuff around them and pretty much just do some fun stuff, and such that we can put it up for everyone to have access to. I got my first country, which is what Philippines, right? It had some red, blue. I got into the flag and all of that. So I got my friend Martins to pretty much hold the card, not in the Nick Fury, but in the other way, to see how the card is actually gonna look like, real life actually. Yeah. And so some couple of tests, and I kind of already positioned the lights to fit what we're gonna photograph. And this is, I was just having some conversations with him, and I think we just get to go straight up to photographing it. And so we're working with just three lights. There's one on the left, there's one on the right, and there's one behind that sets that kind of background colors already. And some couple of tries, and this already worked out. And I think I was gonna show the camera. So yeah, pretty much straight from camera, it looks perfect, super perfect. I love continuous lighting, and this is more exploring it. And then we'll move on to the next one, some light adjustments. Usually these things are usually remotely controlled, but the application right now is installed in my phone, and my phone is also what I'm using to record the process, all of this. And then we'll move on to the India one, which had this kind of spooky feeling. Put some two lights together and put him in the middle to do some pose, and then we got that out already. Yeah. And I think the next one, I can't remember the country exactly, but I know it was this reddish. Okay, I think this was it's between Vietnam and China. Yeah, they have similar colors. It's both of the countries have red and yellow. Yeah, I think this is Vietnam. Yes, this is Vietnam. So we kind of adjusted the lights, the height and all of that to fit Martins is really tall, and there we go. I think we got to make him look like he was gonna hold the card in the middle of his hand, and it's gonna like point it to the camera. And I think that was like the pose I had in mind. Yeah, majorly all of the cards are different poses. All of the you know the virtual cards are different poses. Yeah, and so yeah, I was like showing him. Yeah, you're gonna bet. Make I don't break this guy hand. And I was noticing that his face wasn't showing up. So this is the beautiful thing about continuous lighting. You can actually see already what the picture would look like even without clicking the shutter. Yeah, so just adjust the lights to fit his face thereabouts, and there we go. Couple of shots, couple of shots, couple of shots, couple of twists. 1 2 3 4 5 6 twist. Twist the hand, twist the fingers a little bit, the head and all that, and then we got a shot. Yeah. And I think the next one we explored, I think it was the United States. Yeah, United States flag. Looks like it has the red, the blue, and then the white. So we kind of like just worked on the red and the blue. Yeah, and we're doing like some more of the close-up in his hand, just his hand alone, showing him holding the card. So we kind of like adjusted lights to fit the exact colors we're kind of like looking out for. Yeah, and trust me, the beauty of all of this is that you are seeing your results immediately from the camera. That's the beauty. Trust me, like immediately. Yeah, so we kind of like did some couple of tests, and we got our lights correctly. Yeah, and so we had him to pose for that, put his hand in a position where it will just, the blue will just fall on his hand very well, and then the red from the background will like spill off a little bit, and I had this warm yellow white lights, yeah, yellowish white from my left, and I had to like control it softly. You can almost see the picture before you take it. That's the beautiful thing about continuous lighting. Trust me, you can almost see the picture before you take it. And we took this picture, and I think there was also the one for China. I'm not sure we had the one for China in this video, but the one for China had us showing it in the air, more like imitating some level of kung fu. Yeah, sort of. It was really nice. It was interesting seeing the results of all of these things. And we also explored the Brazil one too, where we had the colored lights as well, to make it look like the Brazilian flag and all of that. So exciting news, all of these cards are put in the collection, right, and they are free for download. Just head to blockcassette.com and get them. All right, and I'll see you on the next Freedom Flavors. And by the way, the link to all of this is also in the description. All right, cheers.